everyone, and welcome to Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole and to Tutorial Tuesday. And today we're going to do something a little different. Bear with me. This is a sunflower washcloth. So it's a pretty good size. Let's measure it and see. And I made this up on my own, guys, so let's hope we don't have no difficulties with it. It looks like it's about 8.5 from tip to tip. So it's a little bit smaller washcloth, but it would be nice. You know, it's cute for a bathroom or whatever, you know. It could even be I don't know if you use it for a pot holder or what, but this is the washcloth we're making today. I'm going to use I did this one in yellow. I'm going to use some orange cotton yarn for the one we're doing today to show you. Because I had to make one up so I could make sure I got it right. And then some brown cotton yarn for the middle. Let me lay this to the side. Okay, so we've got our orange and our brown cotton yarn. Scissors for cutting our ends. Tape measure if you want to measure, but you don't have to. I'm using a 6mm crochet hook. And you will need a stitch marker this time. And of course, let's see, I didn't lay it out. You need a needle for sewing in your ends. So that's what we need. So let me get all this out of the way and we will get started. So this is a pretty simple. If you've done circles and stuff before, you should be able to do this okay. Let me see if I can get everything situated. Okay, to start with, we need to do a magic ring. And I don't think we've done that before, and I know different people do it different ways. I will show you 2 different ways to do it. The way I learned was you take your yarn in your hand, wrap it around your 2 fingers, and cross it over and make an X. Turn your fingers over, hold on to that yarn right there. Take your hook, go under the first string of yarn, hook the back string, pull it up, twist your hook around, grab that back piece right there, pull it through, and there's your magic circle. And that's how I like to do my magic circle. Let me show another way. If that's hard for you to do, you do a slip knot. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and do a slip stitch in the very last chain. And you hold your finger in there to kind of hold your place. See? Do a slip stitch through, and there you have a little circle to use to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and do it the way I normally do it. And again, I'm grabbing the yarn in my hand, wrapping it around my 2 fingers, crossing it over and making an X, turn my hand over, hold on to that, under the front yarn, hook the back yarn, pull it under, twist, and then grab that back piece right here, and pull through. And then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Next, we are going to do 12 double crochets into this circle. This chain 2 that we did does not count as one of our double crochets. So, let me see if I can get the light a little bit brighter for you. Hopefully you can see that better. So we're going to do 12 double crochets into the circle. 1, 2, I have a little trouble holding on at first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then you pull your string and cinch that circle up and close it up. And then what I like to do is, for this first time, I'll go around and I'll count 12 stitches so I know where to slip stitch at. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in that 12th stitch, I'm going to slip stitch. And if you take your tail and put it over in front, then you can sew it in as you go around. But slip stitch to close up that circle, and then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Now you have 12 stitches around, okay? 12 double crochets. Now right here where we slip stitched, right there, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do 2 double crochets. But what I'll do first is I'm going to go in and make sure your tail's in there, so you can wrap it in or you can sew it in, whichever you like to do. I'm going to do a double crochet. Then I'm going to stop, take my stitch marker, and put it in that first double crochet that I made for this row. That way I'll know what to slip stitch in when I come around again. So that's 1, and into that same stitch you're going to do a second double crochet. So now for this row, what you're going to be doing is do 2 double crochets in every stitch around, and when you're done you should have a total of 24 stitches. So I'll do another one with you, and then I will pause the camera and I'll meet you at the end of this round. So double crochet 2 in the next stitch, and again you do 2 double crochets in every stitch around, and I'll meet you back over here. And if you want to count while you're doing this, that, you know, if that helps you, go ahead and do that. But you should have a total of 24 stitches when you are done. Okay? So I'm going to pause and I'll meet you back near the end. Okay, I'm coming up on the end, and I'm going to just make sure how many stitches I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 23 and 24. I need to pull me some yarn. Okay, now I'm going to hold on to where my stitch marker's at so I don't lose my place. Take the stitch marker out. Then I'm going to go into that stitch and slip stitch to join my circle. Slip stitch to join. Now you should have 24 stitches, 24 double crochets around. So I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and again on this round now we are going to do 2 double crochets in this first stitch. So I'm going to double crochet, stop, and put a stitch marker in this very first double crochet because that's my starting point. So it just makes it a little easier, and you can count if you lose count or lose track of where you're at. It helps you find your place without having to frog everything. So I need one more in there. Then the next stitch we're going to do just 1 double crochet. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And that is our repeat for this round. You'll do 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, all the way to the end. So I will meet you back when I get close to the end, okay? Okay, I'm coming up on the end. I just did I just did 1 double crochet into that stitch. So this next stitch I put 2 double crochet, 1, 2, and then in this last stitch I'm going to put 1 double crochet. And now at the end of this round you should have 36 double crochets. So again, I'm going to unfasten my stitch marker. I'm going to hold my place there so don't lose that marker or that stitch. And then I'm going to slip stitch to join. And when you slip stitch, you're going into that stitch, pull your yarn through, pull your yarn through. And there we have our 3 rows, and this third row has 36 double crochets. Okay, so now we're going to do the last row for the center of our sunflower. So we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Now for this one, we're going to again do 2 double crochets in that first stitch. So I'm going to do a double crochet, place my stitch marker in the top of that first double crochet. Then I'm going to do another double crochet into that stitch. And now I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 in the next stitch, 1 in the next. And that will be our repeat for this row. You're going to do 2 double crochet, 1, 2, and then you're going to do 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet. Now repeat that all the way around. 2 double crochet in one stitch, then 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So you're going 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1 all the way around, and I'll meet you back over here when I get close to the end. Okay, I'm coming up near the end of the row. So I'm doing 2 or the round, 1, 2 double crochet in that stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next, and 1 double crochet in the next. Now with this round you should have a total of 48 stitches. So you'll have 48 double crochets all the way around. Now this is our last row for the center of our flower. And see, it looks a little small, but once you start putting those petals on, it grows a little bit. So I'm going to hold my place here. And I'm going to go in to that first double crochet that we made for this round, and I'm going to slip stitch, chain 1, and I'm going to cut my yarn. And you can leave enough to sew in your ends, or you can also hold the yarn against here as you're doing your petals and kind of weave it in as you're going along. So we'll cut our ends, then you pull that out, cinch it, and so there is the middle of our sunflower. So next we will start on excuse me, on our petals for our sunflower. Okay guys, so now we're going to take our other yarn, whether it's orange or you use a yellow like I did on my first one, or a gold would be pretty. I mean, whatever color you want to do. And you could even do, these are sunflowers, but you could do just a flower washcloth and use whatever you wanted color wise. But anyway, got my notes here. So and right there's where I tied off at, so you can see. I'm going to do a slip knot. And then I'm going to pick, you can pick any stitch around. I'm going to go just a couple before I tied off and start there. And we'll go in and you're going to wrap your yarn and pull it through and kind of make it a little tight. And then pull through and do a single crochet. So let me show you again. Take your yarn, pick one of your stitches and go in. Oh, let's see if I can get that to the back. Out of the way. Grab your working yarn, pull it through, 2 loops on your hook, pull through both of them to do a single crochet. So now the next stitch, in the same stitch, we're going to do a set of stitches. So we did a single crochet to start. Now we're going to do a half double. You wrap your yarn, go in, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, wrap your yarn, pull through all 3. Half double crochet. Now we're going to do a double crochet all in that same stitch. Wrap your yarn, go in, pull up a loop, wrap your yarn, pull through 2. Wrap your yarn, pull through 2. Next one will be a triple crochet. And to do that, you wrap your yarn twice, go into that same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. And in that second chain from the hook, we're going to do a slip stitch. Just go in, grab your yarn, pull it through that, and pull it through the other loop on your hook. Right there. Now we're going to do another double crochet into that same stitch. Double crochet. And a half double crochet into the same stitch. A single crochet into that same stitch. And then a slip stitch in that same stitch. And the slip stitch you pull through, and you pull through everything, so you've only got the 1 loop on your hook now. And there's your first little flower petal. Now that flower petal, we'll do one more. I'll do another one and step you through it. We're going, okay, now we're going to skip a stitch, which is, and you got to look, because where that's got so many stitches in it. Here's our next stitch. We're going to skip that one. And then this is not a, that's a fake stitch, whatever you want to call it. That's where we did the chain. Right here is our first stitch of the circle. So we're going to go from here, jump over to that second stitch, and do a single crochet in that stitch. Now I'm going to let my brown yarn, my tail here, work, lay it there so I can wrap it around as I'm going, so wrap it in. Now I'm going to do a half double, a double. All of this goes in the same stitch. A treble, chain 2, 1, 2, go into the second chain from the hook and slip stitch. Then you do another double. All this is in the same stitch. A half double, a single, and a slip stitch, all in that same stitch. Okay, now I'll step you through it one more time, and that's all you're doing all the way around. You're doing a petal with, okay, each petal. So you're doing a petal. It's going to be a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, chain 2, slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, slip stitch. Then you're going to skip a stitch, and in the second chain, in the second stitch over from that petal, you're going to start again. So, and you got to watch, because you don't want it to, skip something you're not supposed to, or get the wrong stitch. So there's our next stitch. Let's see, let me make sure. See, it wants to hide. See right there. See, I would have about messed up right there. There's our next stitch. So we're going to skip it and go into the second stitch over, and we're going to do a single crochet into that stitch. And you don't have to weave in your ends as you're going along. You can leave that alone and just sew them in at the end. Whatever is easiest for you. So I did a single. We're going to do a half double, a double, a treble. All this is in the same stitch. Chain 2, 1, 2, go into the second chain from the hook and do a slip stitch. Then do another double, all in that same stitch. A half double, little notes are getting in the way. There we go. So I did a half double, so now I'm doing a single and then a slip stitch. Okay. And see if you just kind of pull it a little bit so you make sure that you see where that next stitch is. So you're skipping the next stitch and into the second chain or the second stitch from your last petal. You're going to go over there and you're going to do a single crochet. Single crochet. Put your yarn in, pull up a loop, pull through both loops on your hook. Now we're going to do a half double. We're going to do a double crochet. We're going to do a triple crochet where you wrap your yarn twice. You go in, go through 2. Hold on, my yarn is beat. Okay. Go through 2, go through 2. And then chain 2, 1, 2. Second chain from the hook, do a slip stitch. Now we're going to do a double crochet. All this is in the same stitch. It's a little bit full, but you can do it. A half double crochet. A single crochet and a slip stitch, all in that same stitch. Okay. Now you'll continue that all the way around. So, and always look and make sure you're going into the second chain or second stitch over, because that one wants to kind of pull in and hide where we've got such a lot of, several stitches right there. So second chain over, you're going to do your cluster for your petal, which is a single crochet, half double crochet, a double crochet, a triple crochet, chain 2, slip stitch, go into the second chain from the hook and do a slip stitch, then do a double crochet, a half double crochet, a single crochet, and a slip stitch, all into that same stitch. And then again, you'll skip one, go over to the next one. And you keep doing that, and I'll meet you back over here near the end, okay? Okay, guys, I just finished one of my petals, and now I have 3 stitches left. 1, 2, 3. So I'm skipping the next stitch, and in this second stitch over, I'm going to make my last petal, which is a single crochet, a half double crochet, all in the same stitch, a double crochet, a triple crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, second chain from your hook, go in and do a slip stitch. Kind of gives it a little peak on that petal. Now we're going to do the other side of the petal, and it's in the same stitch. A double crochet, a half double crochet, a single, and a slip stitch. Now for the very last, to join our petals together around here, we are going to single crochet into this first space here, this first petal space. Single crochet, so we're going to jump over that last stitch and single crochet into this the very big first petal that we ever did. Single crochet, chain 1, and cut your yarn. Then you'll pull that, cinch it, and then let me lay this over side. You have to kind of stretch it out because it's a little bit tight at first because we got all them petals. Now let's see if I did this right. Okay, there's that one. So you just kind of got to straighten your petals out. That kind of helps shape it. Bear with me, guys. This is the first one I've made up by myself. So let's see. I'm going to start right here. So there's one. I'm going to see how many petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 petals. Let's see if my first one I made has the same amount of petals. And see this, you don't want your yarn too tight. So when you're stitching it and making your stitches, don't do them too tight. Because you want it to, you don't want it real tight. If it's loose, it makes more of a better washcloth. So let's start this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So you end up with 24 petals. Oh, sorry for shaking that. And so that is our tutorial today. I just have to finish sewing in my ends on the one with the orange yarn. So there's my two. Let's see if I can back up a little bit. There's my 2 sunflower washcloths. And I've decided to call this Sunflowers in the Cubbyhole washcloth. This is the Sunflowers in the Cubbyhole washcloth. A little bit silly, bear with me. But anyway, I love sunflowers, and my yellow one seems a little bit looser. But I'd say after you use it a little bit, that's going to all loosen up and stuff. So they do ruffle a little bit, but that's fine. But these would make good scrubby cloths. They're cute too. Little washcloths. You could probably use them in the kitchen or use them for your face and stuff. So there we go. Sunflowers in the Cubbyhole washcloth tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed this. Comments below. Constructive criticism, please. No harsh or ugly comments. I haven't had any so far in any of my videos, but I just want to make sure. I love you guys, and we are all in this world together, and we need to be kind and love each other. And it just means a lot to be kind. So there's my washcloths. Oh, there's a better lighting. So washcloths in the cubbyhole. What do y'all think? Let me know. So sunflower. I just said that wrong, didn't I? Sunflowers in the cubbyhole washcloths. So let me know if you like that name. Sunflowers in the cubbyhole washcloth. And you can also go use this pattern, this basic, stitch the circle part. You can do that. You can do little coasters. You make it as small or big as you want. But that just gives you a little something to work with. You might even want to do less petals. I don't know. I kind of like them bunched up like that, though. Sunflowers have a whole lot of petals, and they kind of overlap sometimes. So there we go. I love you guys. Appreciate you. And this video may be a little longer than my other tutorials. I'm sorry. I try to make them short and sweet. But we'll talk to you later in Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole. Bye for now.